We're going to stream some horror games. I'm Eric Allen. Joe Drilling's hanging out.
I'm hanging out. How do you hang in? What if I was hanging in? What does that mean?
I don't know. Hanging in is probably a bad thing. It's like a toenail problem. Tonight, we're playing Werewolf: The Last Warrior. This is 31 streams of horror-ish. Give or take a few. Werewolf: The Last Warrior is a 1990 Nintendo game where I guess you play as a werewolf. I don't know. I've never played this before. Developed by Data East.
You do play as a werewolf, yes.
This is a very intense intro. Also, if you look at the box art, it says that there's a free comic book inside. So I found that, and we're gonna check that out in a little bit. Also, the American box art is really good because it's a picture of a werewolf that's broken its way through an NES cart. The Japanese art is also very good. Although for whatever reason, the Werewolf, spelled W-A-R-W-O-L-F, has giant metal spikes on his arms.
Right. That's because the Japanese version is known as Chojinro Senki Werewolf.
Okay.
Which is Super Werewolf Chronicle Werewolf is the name.
Okay.
So that's his name in the Japanese version. And maybe in this version too.
Yeah. I guess he just has like knife arms.
Right.
Because it was the late 80s and the early 90s, and that was just a cool ass thing for a dude to have.
Yep.
I wonder if they're made out of some kind of special non-existent metal that they used like to replace his bones or something. Maybe he's the only one that survived some kind of experimental treatment because he has some kind of weird regenerative powers or something.
Yeah.
Nah, that would never work.
Well, so some people have posited that this game was originally meant as a Wolverine game and was changed before release.
No more heroes, Fuzzball. Your time has come.
This is definitely not No More Heroes. But according to Hardcore Gaming 101, they seem to say that it's just a coincidence. There's no evidence. You know, there's no evidence.
Oh, I accidentally skipped the cutscene. Oh no! Shit.
So you just have to reset it.
Hang on,
and don't knock.
I don't know why it says that. I'm not really a werewolf. I look more like a caveman at the moment.
Well,
also, I'm ducking and punching Sagat right in his little wiener area.
You haven't. That could be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Or actually, that waistband makes him look like Ahmed Johnson.
I don't know. He's not oily enough.
He's not. Yeah, he's not oily enough. Yeah, you haven't turned into a werewolf yet. That's why you don't look like a werewolf.
Oh. This game lied to me right out of the gate. Oh, here the music just got rad, and now there's a red W. Oh, all right, here we go.
Yeah. I will say the transformation sequence and the music is pretty good. I mean, it's not Altered Beast transformation sequence or anything. But...
Ah! Don't knock.
So if you see a blue W, do not pick it up because it'll turn you back into a dude.
I'm knocking. Nothing's happening though.
Yeah, so near as I can tell, there's actually no evidence. You know, that indicates that this actually was meant to be a Wolverine game. Some of the bosses and stuff like walk the line of
looking like vaguely like
of infringement.
Yeah. Why are these just like sticks and rocks are just like flying at me from nowhere?
Yeah, this game has some of that kind of nonsense. But it also has
Ryu from Ninja Gaiden just showed up and hit me with a sword.
Yeah.
Also, these bats are black and the background is black, which seems kind of like bullshit.
Yeah, we can see their little beady eyes. So
how am I supposed to
You can jump and hit up and attack, and you can use your claw blade arms to climb along the ceiling.
Oh, there we go. Oh, man.
Yeah, but the timing is annoying about it. And
oh no, I accidentally picked up the blue W.
Whoops.
What is that?
So this game was developed by SAS Sakata, who did a lot of stuff for Data East in the day. In fact, their existence as a game developer was pretty much as like a second party to.
Can I get down there? Is there like a move that I can do that lets me?
When you're the werewolf, I think you can do like a Samus morph ball type of crawl move, but as the dude, I don't think you can get that.
Is there? Why would you ever want to be the dude?
You wouldn't.
Well, why do they put those in there? Just to fuck with you, I guess.
Just to fuck with you, yeah.
I don't even know if I can get across this without being the werewolf. I guess I just have to take the damage. Maybe the guy can jump up and grab the thing.
I don't think the guy can grab the thing.
Oh, man. No. You know what's bad is making your super jump when you're pardon me, when your super jump forces you to hold up and jump instead of just letting you double tap for a double jump.
Right. So some of those things you can punch and like power-ups will come out of them.
Yeah, I got another blue W.
And it took all your life down to get down to one stick of life since you were already just a dude.
Oh, I thought it gave me like an extra life bar.
Oh, maybe. I guess
nope, it didn't.
See what happens.
Yep.
Yeah, I just say it's a power down, I think, not a power up.
That's some gotcha bullshit.
Yep. So I'm actually looking up on GDRI SAS Sakata. I did some research on this game because I featured it briefly in a video I did 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yes, 2 years ago. But I remember reading about SAS Sakata and being like, wow, these guys basically existed to like do work for Data East. Let's see here. They did the port of Boulder Dash to the NES, the port of Bump and Jump to the NES, the port of Burger Time to the NES.
You know, it's a good game.
Burger Time?
Well, Burger Time's okay, but Bump and Jump is pretty rad too.
Yeah. Karnov, the NES port they were responsible for.
Responsible is a good way of putting that.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think the NES port of Karnov is that bad. It's definitely better than the NES port of RoboCop, which they also were responsible for.
All those NES RoboCop games are trash.
And
Data East NES record is pretty spotty for the most part.
Oh, they did the NES port of Karate Champ, which is really just like a thing that should not have been done. They did a pretty good puzzle platformer for the Game Boy called Psyraid.
Not my Werewolf.
That's not bad. Did you get angry?
I don't know. I picked up a red thing.
Yeah, the red bubbles.
That's a really great sprite. That guy came out and just said, ho. I know it says oh.
I think he's supposed to say oh, but they didn't like flip it right.
They didn't flip the sprite correctly. That's really good.
Yeah.
And I have a gun. Oh, I just had one shot. I can climb walls too.
Yep.
I don't know. This game doesn't really play super great.
No, it's
it's a little stiff feeling.
It's a little stiff feeling. I think it's okay. You know, I don't hate it. It's not a Power Blade or a Shatterhand or a Castlevania Ninja Gaiden Mega Man. You know, it's nothing on that level. It's just
get off the stairs.
It's like a Castlevania in that way, though.
Yeah. Alright. Nope. Why? Ugh. It seems like the
magical drop pocket. was an SAS Cicada jam, so you know.
I feel like I should just like. Oh man, the way this thing scrolls is awful too. I feel like there's like I know there's space above me between my head and the next platform, but it's just not registering. Like it won't scroll up that little bit.
Right. Yeah.
Something in there. Great. Oh no! I got hit by a laser and got turned back into a dude. I do like the music transitions are pretty good.
Yeah, the music is pretty good, and the as I was saying before we started, the Japanese soundtrack is slightly different. It's not a completely different soundtrack, because I went back and listened to some parts of it, but it is slightly different, which is kind of weird. But yeah, the in between level and like end boss like cinema bits are pretty good. Music's pretty good, but it's kind of a rough game. It's not. But as I also said before we started, I think it's better than Wolfchild, which is which if you get really sick of this really fast, you should just play Wolfchild for the Super Nintendo and see how you feel about that. Make it a night of mediocre werewolf games.
Nope. I like this game a lot better when I'm a werewolf.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying. These dudes actually, now that we were talking about the Marvel Comics sort of connection.
Yeah, they kind of look like Deadpool, yeah.
Well, a little bit, but they actually look more like Hellfire Club soldiers, which were featured prominently in Spider-Man the arcade game, which is weird because the Hellfire Club isn't in that game, and they're not really Spider-Man villains, but they look a lot like Hellfire Club goons.
Like the bus driver hip-hop collective that I think is now defunct.
Yes.
Bus driver and No Kondo, I think, is the guy that ran the Hellfire Club label. Oh, this is awful.
There's also an industrial band called the Electric Hellfire Club.
Nope, I don't want to. Nope. Because, see, I want to jump up there, but I can't because when I push up to do the high jump, I just grab the ladder. I guess I'll just go around. There we go. Nope. Don't grab the side. Okay, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. So what happens when my anger meter gets filled up?
You become a super angry werewolf. Let's see.
I guess I can't go up. I have to go through here. I don't really know what the timing is on these lasers.
Yeah,
there really doesn't seem to be much pattern
there really
to it.
Isn't, but yeah.
It's not like the oh my god. It's not like I'm not going to get past that. I can already tell. I don't have the patience to even. I'll give it one more try, but there's no fucking way. Like there's the those things in Contra where you can't...
he can backflip. He can do a backflip by pressing both buttons, and I think that
A and B together.
You're
just when you're the werewolf.
Doing it. Yeah, just when you're the werewolf.
Great. Okay.
So I think that's the way to cheese your way through the lasers, if I remember correctly.
All right. Well, let's get back into werewolf form here and try this. Yeah, I see. Okay. Nope. I don't want you to climb. Alright. Nope. Yeah, the way you interact with the ceiling when you hit it and some of the other things that happens is not great. Whoa! Wait, I'm holding the button. What's happening? Whoa!
Are you yelling?
No, if you hold the button, he like does some kind of charge maneuver. Took away a bunch of my health though.
Yeah. The human form apparently can do some sort of like killer yell. I don't think I ever knew that. But reading about it,
I can't backflip to scroll the screen though.
That's annoying.
All right, this game is bad. Officially, this game is bad. This is
so apparently
stupid.
the Japanese version came after the US version. And the first level is easier. Like the game is like a little easier in the Japanese version.
Okay. Oh man. I'm gonna yell this guy to death. You ready? Oh yeah, he does. He shoots out a laser beam. Oh, I died. Yeah, the fact that you can do that backflip but the screen doesn't scroll when you're doing it.
Yeah.
That's very bad.
But I like that he yells no, and it like.
I didn't realize it said. I didn't realize it was text, but that's very good. Nope. Okay, so nope. Nope, don't climb the ladder. Alright, hold on to the side, jump off, get up here. Gotta do a high jump, because otherwise you don't float quite far enough when your head hits the ceiling to get across that gap. Whew. Get up here. Oh. Get screwed by the bad hitboxes. Can't scroll the screen when you're backflipping, because who knows why. Alright. Okay. That was it? Yeah, fuck you, slime man.
You get the cool cinema of Werewolf.
Next super beings, Iron Head. You furry little, your, pardon me, you furry little body is no match for my strength.
He doesn't look at all like the Juggernaut in any way, or anything like that. So if this stage is Mad City, does that make you the good kid?
Hey, look, it's Jake the Snake. There's much of value in the underground waterways. There's also much danger. You may find that avoiding trouble is as valuable as confronting it.
That's not as good of a promo as Jake the Snake usually gets. He didn't say anything about rotting in the monk
What
of
is
avarice
this? What is happening, Joe? What is this guy on the screen? What is he doing?
He's bouncing into you. He's skateboarding.
He's got roller skates. He's got an M on his back. He's... Oh, man. Alright, well... It was all worth it just to see this guy with the rocket roller skates.
Y Signal says Juggernaut and Hellfire minions. I'm just going to pretend this is an unofficial Werewolf by Night game.
Wait, what was that thing? What is that? It's a dinosaur, or a face hugger.
It looks kind of like The Brood. Again, another Marvel Comics, which also The Brood kind of looks like an alien.
Is that a thing that that's a thing that Wolverine fights, right?
Yeah,
point?
that's an X-Men. That's the thing the X-Men fought for sure.
Oh, I got a bubble of anger. What do you think the odds are that I can fall in this hole? Because I can't ever tell if it's a hole I can fall in or not.
I believe you can fall in that hole, but I'm not sure.
I could fall in that hole. Oh, also these yellow bricks that look like background I can jump on.
Yep.
If I touch the sewer ooze,
you touch the slime, it does damage to
Oh. This game does have unlimited continues.
Well, thanks.
No, it doesn't. Never mind. Now it won't let me get off end. Fuck this game. This is a bad game. It's not a good game. It's a 2-player. I want to see. It's got a 2-player mode. I want to see if it's okay.
It's just alternating, I think.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. The music's okay. This Jake the Snake thing is okay. The weird skateboarding or the weird rocket roller skating abomination was okay, but the rest of this game is not very good. I'm sad to say. It's got a great name, great box art, but
And what about the comic, though?
I don't know. What about the comic? It says right here that there is a free comic book inside, which somebody on the internet was kind enough to have posted at some point. So I think we should take a look at that real quick.
I mean, I think we have to.
What's the button for full screen?
Y Signal says I'm Googling it. Well, we're just going to show you. You don't have to.
Yeah, what's the button for full screen?
Alt-Enter, usually, isn't it?
No, for Google Chrome.
Oh, I don't know.
Is it Alt-Enter? No. Isn't it? I thought it was like one of the function keys.
Yeah, Y Signal. Eric's got you covered, man. It's all good. We had this taken care of before we even started the stream.
Yeah. All right. Man, I feel like I should. Let me bring that thing back up so we can listen to the music while we watch this, though, or we browse through this real quick.
And it was an actual like legit comic artist who did this.
Well, legit by like early '90s standards.
Well, like somebody who went on to have a career in comics, like a known artist did this comic. John Byrne did this comic.
Ah, I picked the wrong monitor.
Yep.
And it just says it's just a million OBS settings. There we go. Let's see here. Let's edit the scene, and then we'll.
Yeah, the guy who drew this comic is in the Eisner Hall of Fame for comic.
Oh, really?
For work on X-Men, Fantastic Four, Superman.
All right, so there's the first. There's the cover art picture of the werewolf.
Yep.
Getting some shit done, son.
Y Signal says those blade arms make me think of the Max too. Yeah, a little bit. Max had hands though, and just had those big claws like coming out of his knuckle or whatever, something.
Get some music up here. There we go. Turn that down a little bit. All right. So that's the cover. It must be inside the cover is some caveman training for the caveman games, which is actually kind of a fun game for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but that's about. It's as fun as pretty much any of those Olympic style games for the NES. Just to say, not super fun, except for the Kunio one, which is pretty.
What's in my bookmark bar at the top there? I guess there's nothing incriminating. It's like gift guides for the latest Danganronpa game and Lady of the Shard, which I think is a text adventure. Anyway, finally face to face with the great spirit of the universe, Chief Werewolf fulfills his childhood vision quest prophecy. No longer Warwolf, but werewolf, born of the spirit, he is all that stands between Dr. Faryan and the destruction of our planet. He is the last warrior. Okay, so this is some, like, mystical Native American bullshit.
Yeah.
Dr. Faryan, world-renowned genetic scientist and secret advisor of the Pentagon, enjoying his first vacation in years. Just when I was on the verge of carrying chemical warfare to new heights, those fools at the Pentagon would treat me like a king if they knew my secrets. Sounds like an evil guy if he's going in for the chemical warfare.
Yeah, he's pretty blasé about that whole chemical warfare thing too.
That's no biggie.
Which is a Rad Dead Kennedy song, by the way.
Probably some ancient mumbo jumbo about don't open the cave or else. Don't do it, Dr. Faryan. Something bad's gonna happen. Yeah, see, he's getting strangled by purple smoke. Faryan is right. Dead right. The evil force quickly brings Faryan to his knees. Whoa, what happened? But they are no longer his alone. You're right, we can show them. The fools!
You know, this Dr. Faryan guy kind of looks like one Eric Stephen Allen, now that I look at these panels.
Yeah, I've actually been taken over by an ancient evil force, so I'm going to use chemicals to turn people into mutants and then destroy the world, I guess. And nearby in the long-hidden village of Chief Werewolf, his medicine man Kinju, oh my god, has been called into a trance by the great spirit of the universe.
Poverty Game Night says, John Byrne, I wonder if the werewolf will fall in love with a teenage girl. That is probably a reference to a John Byrne comic I haven't read.
I don't know jack shit about comic books, but this definitely looks like early 90s comic book art.
Well, but it looks better than Rob Liefeld art.
Yeah,
so we have that. Like,
I just mean like the color palette and the way that it's the shading is and stuff like that. Like this looks like a million shitty pack-ins with toys and whatever, you know.
This looks like the comics packed in with the aliens action figures.
And the great spirit sent forth the wolf as your guiding spirit with its magical powers of war. Is that why they call it the Werewolf, I guess?
That's why they call it the Werewolf, I guess. Yeah.
The nation's capital.
Poverty Game Night says he's put creepy pedo stuff in quite a few comics. All right, I'll take your word for it, I guess.
What they're doing. Or Farian will kill us all. What is this stuff anyway? Man, I just loaded. Oops, look out.
That was an action cast action trope.
What's that? It goes all the way to the top.
It goes all the way to the top, sir.
Oh man, this guy turned into the fucking Swamp Thing. Or the Toxic Avenger, maybe. Will he rip this guy's head off and shove it up his own ass? I think that's the third Toxic Avenger. Toxie Strikes Again or something. I'm out of here.
Toxic Avenger is a good guy.
No.
That's a Swamp Thing, actually.
Oh yeah, no, the Toxic Avenger only kills people that deserve to die. Farian's demonic chemical potion is soon aboard a first-class one-way flight to its final destination, the Earth's atmosphere. Okay, I see. That's what's happening. I mean, the fact that the stuff's already on the rocket and it's loaded and heading out means that... I guess since in the game you're fighting the mutations, must be... He carries out his evil plan, but we can still stop it. Week 1, you have been given the physical power of your spirit, the mighty wolf, speed, strength, stamina, unknown to any other warrior. Week 2, the wolf's heart makes you an unyielding predator. You shall know no fear. Week 3, senses of the wolf are now with you, sight and sound and smell unmatched. Week 4, finally you will be one of the ancient weapons of your ancestors, metal now forged by my heart, destructible through earthly means. Indestructible through earthly means.
This is like Brave Star. You remember Brave Star?
Nope.
Brave Star was a cartoon about a Native American sheriff on like a distant planet, and he had like all these Native American like powers imbued through different animals, and also his horse could be a dude or a horse. And when it was a dude, it fired like a double-barreled shotgun at people and stuff. It was actually kind of a rad cartoon.
Wildlife has been equally impacted, as vicious mutations are now devouring their way to the top of the food chain. Those are just murlocs.
So why didn't the spirits like have him fuck this guy up before he mutated?
Look, man, the spirits were on vacation. Like, they dropped the ball a little bit, but he's got indestructible metal hands, so he'll just kill all the mutations. It'll be fine.
Y Signal says, so did his shorts turn into shaggy groin fur when he's in wolf form or something? Yeah, that seems exactly
also,
like what happened.
What these guys with the guns look like the guys from the X-Men too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What are the giant metal dudes?
Oh, the Sentinels.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do kind of look like Sentinels. They look more like Hellfire Club goons.
Okay, all my comic book references come from like the early '90s. X-Men TV show, the cartoon that was on Saturday morning. So that's and the various X-Men video games that I've played throughout the years. That's pretty much it. Always let the spirit guide you, Werewolf. It will always be there to strengthen you. Oh no, Kinju died. It's my vision. It is your destiny. Whoops, I think I accidentally closed one. Yeah, there we go.
No, that's just where it ends. It just ends with...
No, here we go. This is the panel. This is the money shot. I will destroy you. This is just a picture of the Bo Jackson baseball game. This must have been on the back of the comic, I guess. Anyway, that's the story of Werewolf. This is a good panel right here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that's Werewolf. It's not a very good game. The controls are super clunky and sticky, and it has really good box art, and it has a pretty good soundtrack. And this comic was almost as entertaining as it was racist, and I really enjoyed it. So,
is this comic like on the same level as the weird, like environmentally conscious Doom comic?
No, this is definitely not as entertaining as the Doom comic was.
Because anyway, man, that was a hell of a comic, that Doom comic.
Anyway, we'll be back tomorrow with something else.
Indeed. Indeed.
I will destroy you. Good night. Goodbye.